Hey guys, just wanted to make a real quick video because this problem that I came across, it was quite difficult to discover the solution. I searched online a lot and I finally found a post that gave me a clue in the right direction and I figured it out, so I'm just going to share this with you. Yeah, I was driving my Mazda 6, the 2004 model with the 2.3 engine in it, and I noticed the check engine light came on. And the car started running rough. So I scanned the car and the code that came up was P0340, which is camshaft position sensor. Also noticed that the tachometer was acting really erratic. It was just sort of moving up and down, not representing the RPM of the engine. Also just dropping down to 0 RPM, flicking back up again. It was just going erratic and going crazy. So anyway, I got a new camshaft position sensor, swapped it over, didn't fix the problem. Anyway, with some research, I figured out how to fix the problem. So if this problem is happening to you, what it can be is that the camshaft has slipped a little bit within the sprocket, one of the camshafts, and it's a couple of degrees out. So the car will still run, but the computer is not getting fed the correct information and it just doesn't know what's going on, which is why it's creating those strange problems in the code. Anyway, the way to fix it: jack up the car, take the wheel off the passenger side. Sorry, that's the passenger side on the right-hand drive car in Australia. Obviously, it's the driver's side in America and other left-hand drive countries. Once you got the wheel off, pull out. There's a bit of plastic inner guard behind the strut. Just remove that, and you'll see the main engine pulley there, or it's called the harmonic balancer. So just turn the engine with a socket, and there's a hole in the harmonic balancer that when you turn, you will see that it lines up with a hole in the block. Once you got that lined up, stick a small bolt through there. You don't have to thread it in; it just has to stick through into the other side just to hold the harmonic balancer still. You can buy a special tool, but you don't need to. So once that's in place, take the valve cover off the top of the engine, which will give you access to the cams. You'll see on the back of the engine, which is the battery side, that when that bolt is in place, the cams should be lined up perfectly. So there should be a horizontal groove that goes through both of the cams. When I say horizontal, I mean it should be parallel to the flat top of the engine. So if the cams are lined up properly, you should be able to stick a ruler through those two grooves, and it should be perfectly straight in line with the top of the head. If it's not, then you've got this problem. As you can see, I've got the problem on my engine. Anyway, what you need to do is get a spanner onto the cam, and I didn't have a spanner that was big enough, so I used a shifting spanner. And just rotate the cam in the correct direction. It's probably only going to be out a fraction, like a couple of degrees. So just be careful when you do this. Don't put too much force on it that you're going to really move it far. You just only need to move it a tiny bit, just enough so they line up. Once you've got them lined up, the ruler should fit in like I'm showing you here. Once that ruler's straight, just check that the hole in the harmonic balancer is still correct, and then you're all good to go then. So put the valve cover back on. Obviously take the bolt out of the balancer. Put everything back together. Just start your engine just to check that it's running properly. Once I started the engine, mine was fine. The light had gone out, the engine was running smooth. So I put everything back together, put the wheel on, got it down off the jack, took it for a drive, and it was all good. Now there is a chance that this problem could happen again because I didn't actually tighten the cam sprocket. I wasn't able to fit a spanner in this tiny little gap. So just take it easy on the car. Like, I think the reason it happened in the first place is because I revved the engine really hard once. So obviously I'll know not to do that again. Obviously this is not a permanent fix. One day I'm going to have to do the timing chain, and at that point I'll make sure it's all torqued down properly, and everything's all nice in there. But until then, this should buy me some time. If you drive the car just normally, there's no reason it shouldn't last a year or more, or even longer. Hope this was helpful to you. If you like this video, check my channel. There's some other Mazda videos on there, a few other different car videos, and some retro gaming stuff. So yeah, if you like it, please subscribe. Hope it was helpful to you.